Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shaila Maharaj and I am a personal finance coach. I try to make money fun and easy to understand. And today I wanted to talk about Christmas expenses and planning for Christmas financially. On average, people spend $1,536 on the holiday season, and 1/3 of that goes to presents. The other 2/3 goes to holiday events, decorations, and just random things related to holidays. Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, this is on average for North Americans what they spend. And then they start January with $1,381 of holiday debt. And so that's why I'm making this video. This video will be on ways that you can cut down costs without compromising your enjoyment of the holiday season and of your events and of your gift giving and anything like that. So we'll just jump right into it. Okay, so first thing I wanted to say is about the word frugal. So a lot of people think that the word frugal means being cheap, when actually what it means is optimizing every dollar that you spend so that you get the most out of it, or spending the least amount of money to get the same result. Why I say that is because doing some of the things that I'm going to be talking about might seem cheap or frugal, but it's not. You're going to end up with the same amount of enjoyment at the end of the day. Okay, so tip number 1 is to start saving early. So I think I posted on Instagram and I also messaged all my clients in September and I said, Christmas is 12, 16 weeks away. Make sure you put aside this amount of money per paycheck to prepare for the holiday expenses. And so that's basically the first tip, is to start putting aside money earlier in the year if you know that these expenses are coming up towards the end of the year. You can even start as early as January and put like $20 aside, $20 to $50 aside for the following year. Tip number 2 is to start shopping early. 62% of North Americans buy their gifts the week of Christmas. And when you do that, you end up scrambling and panicking, and you just aren't really looking at the price tag because you have the pressure of time on you, and then you have less flexibility of what you can do with the money that you do have. Right now it's November. You can take advantage of Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales and things like that if you know what you're getting for the people in your life. Make a list for all the people that you need to shop for. Plan your gifts beforehand and go based off that list. And then when Black Friday and Cyber Monday comes around, you know exactly what you're looking for, and you just literally just stick to the list. And then you don't need to be scrambling on the last week. Only 29% of North Americans start shopping in November. Tip number 3 is to make your gifts. And there's tons of things that you can make that will seem very special. And a lot of people think that it might come out seeming cheap, but I've made like some great gifts for people. You can buy some stuff and then make some stuff, and it's a very good compromise. There's lots of things. The first thing you can make is a card. That's an easy one. You can make a card. Baked goods. Last Christmas, my cousin and I, we actually made each other things. I was really into sewing that year, and I made her a hair scrunchie, and she embroidered me like a little art piece, and it was a really nice exchange of things that we had both made. And it really is the thought that counts, and that's the thing is when you're giving gifts anyways, it really is about the thought and the time that goes into it, and that is way more important than anything that someone can buy you. And I think I've given every boyfriend I've had like a little flip book, and you like flip through the book and it shows like a little animation. So yeah, I've done that. Last year, again, I think it was last year, one of my friends had her holiday decorations stolen, and all she wanted was Christmas decorations for that Christmas. So I made her an ornament. I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I had made one of these when I was in grade 2, and so I made her 2 of these, and it's just, you just take a photo and then you make a wreath out of puzzle pieces and glitter, and I made her 2 of that, and I felt like it was a very thoughtful gift. There was one of all of our friends, and then there was one of, I think, just the 2 of us, and that felt very special to give, and it was just fun to make, and it didn't cost that, like, it barely cost anything to make, and the reaction was very good. Another thing I made was like angel cards for one friend. So basically I took like 20 or 30 blank cards and I wrote a message on each one, like a nice one, like, you know, your angels are always watching, or like trust your instincts, stuff like that. And so anytime she needs like an answer, she can just shuffle the deck and pull a card, and hopefully it'll give her a message from her angels. And another one that is super popular is making coupons, and this kind of rolls into tip number 4, which is giving your time. So coupons I've always made for people, and it's always like a favor or a night out or something like that. So tip number 4 is to give your time. So this can be like a night of babysitting, or mowing someone's lawn, or if you are a business owner or whatever, you can offer a service. Like I could offer financial coaching to someone as a gift. Probably wouldn't do that. I don't think anyone really wants that. But you know, let's say you have a friend who has kids, giving a night of babysitting so that your friend can go out and have a nice night, or if they're a couple or whatever, if they can go out and have a nice night. That is like such a good gift, because babysitting is really expensive nowadays, right? Like it's at least minimum wage. So that could be like, you know, a $60 to $100 gift. You can also teach someone a skill. Any skill that you have, you can teach them. If you play an instrument or something, it could be like free guitar lessons, something that you can offer someone that they would want to learn. They would find a lot of value in that, because if you were to pay someone to do it, it would be like that wage per hour. So yeah, give your time. That's free and you have lots of it. So the next tip is to give people consumables. So this is more if you don't really know what they want and you have to spend money on like a Secret Santa gift, or like, you know, a workplace gift. A lot of people give junk at those things, right? So you don't want to do that, because if you're going to spend money on a gift like that, it may as well be something that people will use. So consumables are good. This is like food or gift cards or experiences, or yeah, consumables. And that's just, you know, if we're talking about frugality, that's just making sure that your dollar is going towards something that will actually be used and not wasted. The next tip is, if you have a large group of friends or family, and you all can't afford to give every single person a gift, you do a Secret Santa or a greedy Santa. You know, usually you do that in your place of work, but you can also do it within friends and family, and that's just a fun activity to do where you only need to buy one gift. So that helps, cutting down costs of presents and stuff. The next tip, this one will probably not save you that much money, but I just like to do it because it's good for the environment, is wrapping your gifts in newspaper. You only save a few bucks, but I think it's a really creative thing to do. And newspaper's free, instead of buying wrapping paper, which on average costs like $5 to $10 a roll. Like I said, you're not going to be saving much, but it's a little bit better for the environment, and you cut down on costs a little bit. I haven't bought wrapping paper in years, and I just take like newspaper, and for the bigger presents, I just take 2 bigger pieces of newspaper and glue them together, and it works really well. I've never not been able to wrap something in newspaper, and I think it looks really nice, especially if you just wrap it in newspaper and you take ribbon and you just make the ribbon look nice. Then it looks, I don't know, it looks like there's a certain style to it that I think looks really nice. And the last tip I have for you is, if you're gonna buy decorations or something, don't do it in December. Do it in the best time to actually buy Christmas decorations and stuff is the week after Christmas, starting Boxing Day to New Year's. Everything's on sale. Even in January, everything's like super cheap. So if you're planning stuff for Christmas or for any holiday season, that week, that like 2 weeks after Christmas is the best time to get everything super cheap. It's like on Halloween, the day after Halloween, November 1st, all the boxes of candy go on sale. And that's when my dad and I always stock up. But yeah, just things like that. Tying back to the first point is just prepare early. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, leave a comment or a like. Feel free to subscribe, and let me know what kind of tips you want more of in the comments.